You all, if I got $1 for every negative tweet I've seen on my feed today, I would have at least made $100. And including the whole week in total, I probably would have gotten $1,000 for sure. I don't know what is going on with the K-pop community recently. I feel like a lot of people are complaining about pretty much everything, from companies to agencies to debuts to comebacks to stage performances to award shows to outfits to the weather. And I understand everyone has the right to voice their opinions and to share their thoughts online as long as you do it respectfully and you don't hurt or tear down anyone else. In the process, I kind of feel like everyone needs to take a step back, breathe, because I feel like especially this week, everyone's sort of just on edge for some reason. And especially in award show season, that anger just sort of multiplies a little bit more, and especially when it comes to mamas. Every single year, people either love mamas or they hate it. And honestly, it's like that with every award show on planet Earth. Look at the Grammys, look at the Oscars, look at the MTV Awards, the VMAs, AMAs, Teen Choice, Kids' Choice Awards, etc., etc. And I mean, that's how it is with award shows. You know, you're gonna get winners, you're gonna get people that are nominated, you're gonna get people that are not nominated, you're gonna have people that win, and then you're gonna have people that sadly don't win. I mean, that's how award shows are. Not everyone can get an award, sadly. And I understand, especially with mamas, it is a very bittersweet moment for many people, and especially for me as a multi-stan, because there's a lot of groups and artists that are nominated and their work is being recognized. And then there's a lot of groups and artists that sadly aren't getting recognized and they're not getting those nominations or awards, or they're not invited to perform. And in the end of the day, there's really nothing that we can do about it. So I view award show season, especially mamas, as a time to celebrate K-pop and to celebrate music and these groups and artists. I have been watching the Mama Awards since 2018. Yes, the year that GOT7 performed Lullaby Nightmare version. That performance is still stuck in my head to this day. Yeah. So yes, I understand people's frustrations when they feel like certain groups have been robbed, especially groups that have been robbed year after year, and other groups that just always get awards, and groups that are always invited, and other groups that are never invited. I understand. I understand your frustration. Trust me, I am a multi-stan. I know what it feels like. But again, in the end of the day, I like to view things in a positive way. I like to be optimistic about things. And yeah, so today I'm going to be sharing with you all my thoughts on Mama's 2023 Day 1. Yes, this is a 2-day award show. I feel like a lot of people are forgetting that there's still a Day 2. And I see a lot of people complaining online. And again, everyone has valid reasons. Everyone, they're allowed to express how they feel. I get it. But there is still another day. So maybe your favorite group didn't get an award today, but guess what? There's still tomorrow. And in the end of the day, it's just an award show. Receiving an award doesn't mean that you are the best of the best, or not receiving an award means that you're the worst of the worst. That's not what it is. Of course, it is nice to get an award, obviously, but in the end of the day, I think the most important thing is for groups and fans to connect through music and just support each other. So for those of you that are watching that are unfamiliar with Mamas, which I feel like if you're watching this or listening to this, then you already know what Mamas is. But anyway, the Mama Awards, formerly known as Mnet Asian Music Awards. Yes, I'm getting this information from Wikipedia. Totally credible source. Anyway, so the Mama Awards is a major music award ceremony presented annually by entertainment company CJ ENM. First held in South Korea, the majority of prizes has been won by K-pop artists, although there are other Asian artists winning in various award categories. The award ceremony was first held in Seoul in 1999, being aired on Mnet MAMA, has also been held in various Asian countries and cities outside of South Korea since 2010, and it now airs internationally online beyond Asia, etc., etc. Yes, I woke up ridiculously early today to watch it. Yeah, very, very early for me. But anyway, I do it every year. It's part of my yearly tradition now. Every year I wake up early to just watch Mamas. It is what it is. Anyway, so this year Mamas took place in Tokyo Dome. And I gotta say, seeing the crowd and how massive the venue is made me so happy. So everyone had a Mama's light stick. And let me tell you, seeing those light sticks added to the performances. I love light shows, the light sticks, syncing with the music, doing different patterns and things like that. It is so fun to watch. And after seeing Mamas in 2020 and 2021, when the crowds were limited, actually there was no crowds, even in music shows and things like that after 2020, at least for me, I am beyond grateful for live audiences, and seeing just how packed the Tokyo Dome was for Mamas makes me extremely happy. It reminds me of Mamas 2018, 2019, and I love that. So this year, the Mama Awards for day 1 was hosted by Somi, and for day 2, it will be Park Bo-gum. So I haven't seen day 2 yet. I don't know when I will be uploading this video. Hopefully I'll edit it and upload it before day 2 starts, but if not, yeah. So the grand opening performance was a collaboration stage with Lee Youngji, SSERAFIM's Eunchae, ZEROBASEONE's Zhang and Treasure's Hyun, Yoshi, and Haruto. I gotta say, how they planned out the opening was very well done. How it started with Youngji and then Eunchae, but then when Zhang came out with his violin, that, to me, that part took the performance to a whole other level. I got chills. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm not 100% familiar with ZEROBASEONE. I have been listening to their music, but I still have to dive deeper into learning about the members and the group, etc., etc. But oh my gosh, that was a pleasant surprise. Him playing the violin, I got chills. I was like, wow, this is epic. And then when Treasure's Hyun, Yoshi, and Haruto came out, I was like, okay, here we go. I always look forward to Treasure performing in award shows because they have such a way of interacting with the audience. They really bring the stage to life. You could tell, I think more so than following choreography or a certain storyline. I think Treasure really loves, and I'm pretty sure they prefer to just interact with the audience. And last year they did an amazing job, and this year they did so as well with the artist, because they had the artist sitting in a specific section, which is great. I love that because I like to see the artist reactions and their interactions and stuff. And yeah, so the performance was called I Am Special, and I think it was such a great way to open up the show. Definitely they kept leveling up with each performance, and it was great. And I think I said this last year, and I'll say it again. I miss seeing groups and artists interact with other artists and also the audience. And I think groups used to do that a lot in past years, like probably 2018 and before. But I feel like nowadays a lot of groups sort of just keep to the stage and they don't necessarily interact with the other artists that are there. I love to see artists interact with each other. And another thing that I noticed for day 1 of Mamas, there was no girl group sitting in the artist section at all, up until probably a little bit towards the midway point of the award show that Kep1er took their seats, and they were the only girl group in the artist section. Everybody there were boy groups. So at first I assumed that they just separated the boys and girls. So I assumed that the male artists were sitting in one side of the stage and the female artists were sitting on the other side. But no, it's the only, and I think the only girl group that performed was Kep1er. So I think definitely for day 2, I think more girl groups will attend. So I did keep myself from spoilers for the Mamas performances. The only thing that I knew was TVXQ performing. That's it. So I tried to keep myself from spoilers. So all of the collaborations that happened in Mamas was a surprise for me, a pleasant surprise at that. And I have no idea what's going to happen on day 2. I do know that ATEEZ and I think 17 are going to be performing, and I look forward to that. So pretty much all the awards given on day 1 was Worldwide Fans' Choice, which this award is given to groups that the fans get to vote. There was quite a bit of controversy with this, and I don't know if they gave out all of the Worldwide Fans' Choice Awards on day 1, or if there's still going to be more awards given in terms of the Worldwide Fans' Choice on day 2. Not sure. But anyway, I believe this award is given to about 10 groups, the top 10, right? Or top 12? I'm not quite sure. Okay, anyway. So the first award for Global Fans' Choice was given to TXT, Tomorrow by Together. And we will be talking about their performance in a little bit, so keep listening. And then the second Worldwide Fans' Choice Awards was given to BTS. So the first group to perform besides the grand opening was Just B. So this was a pleasant surprise because I don't think a lot of people know Just B. quite that much. I feel like they're kind of like an underappreciated gem. They have some really great songs. They performed their song Medusa, and their energy was incredible, and their synchronization, and they were like a powerhouse on stage. And watching them perform, I felt so proud of them, and I hope that they get a lot of new fans after this performance because it was spectacular. And I'm happy seeing other groups from smaller agencies perform in such a big stage, so that makes me really happy. The next award was Favorite New Artist, and this award was given to RIIZE. So seeing RIIZE go up and accept their award felt very bittersweet because the fact that recently SM announced that Seunghan is taking an indefinite hiatus due to some quote-unquote controversies going on. That's for a whole other topic. I'll probably talk about that at some point. But anyway, it felt very bittersweet. And as a viewer, I felt happy but sad at the same time because I cannot imagine, first of all, what's going on behind the scenes with RIIZE and SM and Seunghan. I don't know. Second of all, I can't imagine how it must feel debuting as 7 but receiving their first award as 6. I don't know if this is their first award. I think it is. But nonetheless, I'm happy that they did receive their award. And I thought it was kind of funny that they thanked SM first. And also the division that RIIZE is in, because you guys may or may not know, but SM is divided into different divisions. So they have their own team behind promoting and managing each group, kind of like JYP. But anyway, I didn't know RIIZE's division is called Wizard Production. Where did that come from? Like, I know with Red Velvet, it's Red Production, and I think with NCT, it's like Neo Production. Where did Wizard come from? So the next award was Favorite Asian Male Group, and that award was given to INI, so the Japanese group from Japan's version of Produce 101. And they had a wonderful performance, which we will talk about in a little bit. And quick little side note, I really enjoyed seeing TVXQ sitting in between all of the other boy groups. I thought that was so sweet because they are K-pop legends. And again, we're going to talk about their performance in a little bit too. Inspiring Achievement Award was given to TVXQ. Seeing Changmin and Junho accept this award was so sweet. They brightened my day. Like, how can you not smile when they're on stage? The next team to perform was AND.TEAM. So this is HYBE's Japanese boy group, which to me, it's kind of like the Japanese equivalent of ENHYPEN. So I did watch Island, and seeing all the members that are now in ENHYPEN and in AND.TEAM, it makes me so proud to see how far they've come. And I've been a K supporter since day one. So seeing him start the performance for AND.TEAM for their song War Cry, it was like a beyond full circle moment. Just, I'm extremely proud of K, and his stage presence was amazing. And just all the guys too. I think they have a really cool concept, and the performance was stellar. And yes, I know I have to do a mini marathon on AND.TEAM's content and music video, and I will get around to that at some point because I do want to support AND.TEAM. So the next Worldwide Fans Choice Award went to ZEROBASEONE. Again, I am not completely familiar with them, but I have been listening to their music, and I'm very happy that they did get an award. The next award is kind of a weird one for me because I don't fully understand this award, but it's basically the Galaxy Neo Flip Artist Award. And someone mentioned on Twitter that the Galaxy Neo Award reminds them obviously of NCT. So I kind of thought that was funny. But anyway, the award was given to Treasure, so I am happy that Treasure did get an award. Moving on, the next performance was from Kep1er. So there's been a lot of chatter online, so much chatter. It's insane. But anyway, so Kep1er's concept for their performance was Grand Prix. I mean, also it's their song Grand Prix. And I think that concept definitely showed. I loved the use of LED flags that they had in their performance, and also the incorporation of the motorcycle. So definitely the theme was racing, and I think they were very clear on that. And then after their performance, then they had a dance break or a fight break, and the only thing that was going through my mind was Catwoman. Like, I understand that the whole theme and concept is Grand Prix and racing and kind of fighting, but it mostly reminded me of Catwoman. And I think their stage presence was incredible. All the girls did fantastic. Their performance, the fight sequence, the dance break, they owned that stage. And I loved the part when they were running down that runway, and you see the sparklers just going off. It was so cool. So I will admit the song Grand Prix isn't necessarily my cup of tea, but nonetheless, I still fully enjoyed their performance. I am a huge Wadada stan. Love that song to this day. I still play it. But at the end of their performance, one word that came to my mind was force. This group is such a force, and I want them to get songs that are more powerhouse, that require them to do just like epic, strong choreographies, because I think they could 100% own it. And hopefully they will get a song that's like just epic and just big and grand, because their stage presence is amazing. So online, a lot of people have been comparing Kep1er with ITZY's performance from last year because they did have motorcycles and a fight sequence and leather outfits. I get it, but at the same time, when I saw Kep1er's performance, I did not think of ITZY once. I was literally thinking the theme and concept is racing mixed with Catwoman. That's what came through my mind. ITZY did have a great performance last year, and I could definitely see some similarities here and there. Again, the use of a motorcycle, but they're not the first group to use motorcycles in their performances, and they're not going to be the last group to use motorcycles in their performances. Also, including fight sequences and leather suits. And also, ITZY had a very different storyline versus Kep1er. Again, their theme was racing. Okay, so the next performance was definitely one of my top favorites. This was such a surprise. So the Japanese artist Yoshiki, he had an epic collab stage with other artists, and this performance moved me. The lyrics, the music, the performances, just the collaborations. So the song started with him playing the piano, and then TXT's Eunchae, well, first Taehyun and then Eunchae, they came in with their powerhouse vocals, you all. Eunchae and Taehyun, they sang. They proved to the world that their vocals are top tier. I was shocked from start to finish, especially the high notes in the end. Oh my gosh, chills. So Jaehyun from Boy Next Door also performed, and RIIZE's Anton performed, playing the cello, which was such a pleasant surprise. I loved seeing Anton playing the cello, and I think Anton and Zhang from ZEROBASEONE, they should totally collab. Seeing Anton play the cello just made me so happy. It was so epic. And then with Yoshiki just playing the piano, it was so beautiful. And ZEROBASEONE's Han Yoo-jin also participated too. Beautiful choreography, beautiful vocals, just all around. It was an amazing collaboration stage. I loved seeing all the guys from the different groups come together and to perform with Yoshiki, who is a legend. This was such a pleasant surprise. Definitely one of my top favorite performances of the first day. Yoshiki did win the award for Best International Artist. So the next performance was one that I was looking forward to. So I knew Xikers was going to perform, and they are still one of my top favorite debuts of the year. I think they're my number one favorite debut of the year. I believe so. Their performance, especially when they performed Xike, oh, that was my favorite. I loved it so much. So Do or Die wasn't necessarily my cup of tea, but you know what? It's fine. Just like with Kep1er, I'm still supporting these groups. But their performance, Xikers owned it. I love their stage presence. They definitely have that, I wouldn't necessarily say rebellious, but I think free spiritness when they're on stage. You could tell they're having fun. And I just love the energy that they bring. And it was just so great. I was looking forward to it. They did not disappoint. I loved their performance so much. Even their performance of Do or Die, which, like I said, the song is not necessarily my cup of tea. But in the performance, I loved it so much. And I look forward to ATEEZ's performance on day 2. So stay tuned. But I don't know what's in KQ Entertainment's water, but their artist, their artists really know how to put on a show. They are top tier. The next Worldwide Fans Choice Award was given to ENHYPEN and then to Lim Young-woong. So after that, the next performance was from JO1 and INI. So both groups, I loved that they performed together and I love their concept. So JO1 had a dark concept and then INI had a brighter concept. So basically the song and the performance that JO1 did first was dark and intense, and then when it transitioned to INI, their performance was fresh and light, and then in the end they come together. I really enjoyed their performances. So I'm not 100% familiar with JO1 or INI, but one of the reasons why I love award shows is because I am introduced to music that I didn't hear beforehand. And I gotta say, INI's song, I felt like flying. It gave me so much happiness and hope. And I don't know if that's what they were going for when they performed the song, but as a viewer, that's what I felt. JO1, their song is called Venus, and INI's song is called Hana. And I think by separating the groups, doing a darker and a lighter concept, it definitely shows off their different charms. So I was able to see the different charms of JO1 versus INI, but together they were just spectacular. I really loved their stage. So favorite new artist. So I didn't know that they gave this award twice. But the favorite new artist award, the second one that was given out, was given to ZEROBASEONE. And then afterwards, we had a performance from none other than the host of the night, Somi. Her performance was stellar. Honestly, her performance to me was like a cup of coffee. I didn't need coffee after this. So she performed her songs The Way and Fast Forward. When Somi performs Fast Forward, or if you listen to Fast Forward, it is a party. It's a club banger. Like, I'm pretty sure you could play that song to anybody and it'll get people dancing. It is such a lively, fun song. And I love how she incorporated the dancers and just the huge dance ensemble. That is what I wanted to see at Mama's, and she delivered. And I also gotta mention Somi's outfits. So Somi is known for some really wild outfits, and throughout the award show she changed up her outfits. I think outside of the context of an award show it would look kind of weird on the street, but Somi was able to pull it off, and her performance, like I said, was amazing. While watching her performance, I couldn't help but dance along to it. It's such a great performance, and I'm happy that she performed Fast Forward, and she commanded the stage from start to finish. I mean, she has such a gift, and she was definitely born to be on stage. So next performance was Dynamic Duo and Street Woman Fighter 2. So they performed their songs, Aao and Smoke. And I'm pretty sure every single person, at least, you know, anyone who's a fan of K-pop has heard of the song Smoke, because I think at least a member from every single group has at least attempted to do the Smoke challenge. And it's a great choreography. Seeing Dynamic Duo and Street Woman Fighter was amazing, especially when they performed Smoke. Chills. It was so great. I always look forward to when either Street Woman Fighter or Street Man Fighter performs. Last year it was Street Man Fighter, and it was such a great performance with Zico. So I was definitely looking forward to Street Woman Fighter 2's performance, and it was spectacular. It wasn't until this performance that I realized that ATEEZ and 17 showed up. So I don't know if they showed up late on purpose. I don't know. Because they weren't shown at all throughout the entire award show up until this moment. And obviously they arrived to receive their awards. So, I mean, they probably knew that they were going to get an award. But I love that the camera just constantly panned to 17 throughout the rest of the night. I mean, the crowd loves 17. I love 17. And so it was just, I just thought it was funny that it wasn't until midway through the award show that they came. Which, I mean, I get, because, you know, why are you going to be there for like 2 hours if you don't have to be there for until like the last hour, you know? ATEEZ got an award for Worldwide Fans Choice. Hopefully next year, Mamas will nominate them for more things, because they had one of the best comebacks of the year. Okay, so the next Worldwide Fans Choice was given to NCT Dream, and then after that, ENHYPEN performed. You all, if there is a group that is so consistent with their concept and their storytelling, It is ENHYPEN. They take that vampire concept and they run with it. By the way, I did film my reaction to their comeback for Sweet Venom, but I haven't been able to edit or upload it yet. Let me know if I should. I feel like it's kind of too late because they had their comeback like about 2 weeks ago. Anyway, so their song Bite Me. I love their suits. It was like white with red, but the red kind of looked like blood. It was so good. And then the dance break as well was incredible. I mean, seeing ENHYPEN from when they debuted to now, seeing them from Island to now, I just can't help but feel so proud of them. And that's why I continue to root for them, because they keep getting better every single year. And seeing them perform Bite Me, which is one of my favorite comebacks of the year, I was just so happy to see them perform it and that dance break. And then they performed Sweet Venom. So Sweet Venom is a nice song. I like the song, but I mean, Bite Me is still my top favorite. So when they performed Sweet Venom, it was good, but I kind of feel like they should have performed Sweet Venom first and then finish off with Bite Me, which I feel it's a bit more epic than Sweet Venom. But I mean, I understand because you want to perform, you know, your older songs first and then your newer songs last. I get it. But as an audience, I would have liked to see them end with Bite Me because I feel like that song is just bigger. But I mean, I still enjoyed their performance. But definitely my favorite moments of their performance was Bite Me and that dance break. Amazing. Favorite Asian female artist was given to Kepler. And then afterwards, they gave another Worldwide Fans Choice Awards. I believe it was to Stray Kids. I think I missed another Worldwide Fans Choice Award because I think I got up to get water. So I think I missed that bit. So the next performance was from TXT and they performed their song Sugar Rush Ride and Chasing That Feeling. Low key, I kind of hoped that they would have performed Back for More because that's just one of my favorite songs, and also Do It Like That. Listen, I love those songs. And I was thinking, oh, they could have done an epic mashup of Sugar Rush Ride, Do It Like That, Back for More, and then end it with Chasing That Feeling. But that did not happen. I think every group is limited to like 1 or 2 songs at Mama's, and I get it because there's like a time restraint. But anyway, Sugar Rush Ride was great. Chasing That Feeling was also great. Once again, the dance break is one of my favorites, and I think the motorcycle formation that they did with Subin was so cool. So that motorcycle formation definitely reminded me of 2PM's choreography for Going Crazy. Again, this is another use of groups doing kind of a similar concept, but they're both original and they're both doing their own thing. So, but watching that, it did remind me of 2PM, in which Junho later on came in the last bit of the award show to present the last award. But anyway, well, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. So after the whole motorcycle sequence and the dance break and stuff, then they went back and they finished the song Chasing That Feeling. So again, similar to ENHYPEN, I kind of wish they would have ended it with Sugar Rush Ride, because Chasing That Feeling, it's a good song, but I feel like Sugar Rush Ride is it's another epic song. I think it's, again, kind of bigger than Chasing That Feeling. So the same thing how I felt with ENHYPEN, I felt with TXT. I wish they could have built up that performance, but it kind of felt like the biggest moment of their performance was when they performed Sugar Rush Ride and then the dance break after the first part of Chasing That Feeling. So again, kind of wish they would have done it in reverse, but I get it. They want to perform their newer song last. And I think it would have been cool if they would have elaborated more on that, you know, Neverland fairy tale fantasy setting that they had in the music video for Sugar Rush Ride. But again, I understand because, you know, their recent comeback is Chasing That Feeling and, you know, the concept moves on from there. But I mean, it's just wishful thinking. But still, the guys did really great. So the next Worldwide Fans Choice Award was given to 17. So I'm thinking that 17, this will be their year. I'm hoping that it's their year for award shows and stuff, because I think 17 has been working hard so consistently. And I think it's time that they get the recognition that they deserve. I think it's time for them to get their awards, because so many groups that debuted at around the same time that they have, they've all pretty much gotten their awards. And I feel like 17, they've just been so consistent. And I think this is the year it is time for them to receive their flowers, you know? But anyway, I was really happy to see them get, you know, an award. And I like that they gave a shout out to Dino's mixtape. So you guys check it out. It's really good. And yes, Scoops was missing, but I do wish him a speedy recovery. Actually, I want him to take all the time that he needs to fully recover. So again, wishing him all the best. So the next Worldwide Fans Choice Award was given to Twice. And then after that was the legendary performance. It was the showstopper of the night. Everything to me was building up to this performance, and it was TVXQ. So in case you guys don't know, TVXQ, they are celebrating their 20th anniversary this year on December 26th. They debuted on December 26th, 2003. So this performance is sort of a celebration of those 20 years. And also this marks their first comeback in 6 years. So they performed their song that they will be officially releasing soon. And their song is called Down. You all, this literally, their performance is proof. This is the reason why they are legends. They are the best of the best. I think every group should strive to at least have the longevity and the stamina and the passion that TVXQ has. I mean, they go on stage and they are a force, and you could definitely see the years that the experience that they have performing on stage. And it's just Yoonho and Changmin, but when they perform, it is fire on stage. And you all, I'm already obsessed with their song Down. It is so good, and I can't wait for them to, first of all, release the music video because it's probably going to be sexy. And I just can't wait for them to officially release the song because I'm going to have it on replay. And then RIIZE came and they performed Rising Sun, and seeing RIIZE and TVXQ perform together, it felt so epic. It's like merging these two worlds, these two generations together. And that is something that I've been wanting to see at award shows for years. I want to see second gen groups collaborate with third and fourth gen groups and vice versa. And seeing one of SM's oldest groups with SM's newest group perform together, it was just magic. I love it so much. Their stage presence, amazing. And I really hope that TVXQ does give RIIZE advice, and I hope that RIIZE feels comfortable that they could go to TVXQ if they have any questions or if they just need support, because again, TVXQ, they are such seniors in the industry, and it is rare to see that, not only in K-pop, but just in the music industry in general. I mean, how many groups debuted 20 years ago and they're still active? Not a lot. But anyway, this was my number one favorite performance of the night. I absolutely loved every single second of it. Every single second of it. And I think regardless if you're a fan of TVXQ or not, if you're a fan of RIIZE or not, I think this performance is still worth watching because of how amazing it is. I think they definitely embody K-pop. Yes, they represent second gen, and also RIIZE represents fourth gen, but you bring them together, and this is what K-pop is all about. It's about music. It's about bringing people together. It's about amazing performances that just, it leaves you wanting more. You want to see more of that performance. It uplifts you. It makes you happy. And you just want to keep seeing more of it. And I look forward to day 2, which I know there's going to be amazing performances as well. So the last award of the night, the presenter was Junho from 2PM. I always got to mention 2PM whenever I can. And I love that he did mention 2PM when they had their concert there and stuff. And I actually have 2PM's albums behind me. That's their vinyl. And then I got their other album down there. You all, I love 2PM, and seeing Junho just give an award made me so happy, and I miss 2PM. Okay, anyway, he presented the award for Worldwide Icon of the Year, and the award went to none other than BTS, and Jungkook. He accepted the award via video. They played a video of Jungkook receiving that award. And honestly, rightfully so. I mean, BTS, even though they haven't had an official comeback this year, but they're still icons. I mean, they're legends too. They're legends as well. But I'm still hoping that 17 will win a lot of awards on day 2. So I think they just gave out all the awards for Worldwide Fans Choice on day 1. So on day 2, they could focus on the other awards like Artist of the Year, Song of the Year, Album of the Year, Group of the Year, Choreography of the Year, etc., etc. And I look forward to that. But more than the awards, I look forward to the performances. So another thing that I want to mention, EXO. A lot of people are mad that EXO didn't receive a Worldwide Fans Choice Awards. A lot of people have been posting screenshots of the ranking in terms of the amount of votes the groups received. And EXO, I believe they were part of the top 10, but they didn't receive a Worldwide Fans Choice Awards. A lot of people are saying that it's probably because EXO wasn't present at MAMA's, so MAMA's decided not to give EXO the award because they're not present. But I don't think that's a valid excuse given BTS, Twice, NCT Dream, they weren't presently in MAMA's, but yet they still got the award. So I don't know what's going on. We got to see for day 2 and see what will happen. And again, I understand how award season can be very frustrating and it's a very bittersweet moment, but I like to look at it like a celebration. I know I said that in the beginning, and I'll keep saying that because I feel like there's a lot of anger around award shows, and not only with MAMA's, but like the Oscars, the Grammys, etc., etc. And I mean, unless you're part of the award show committee, there's not really much we can do. I mean, to my knowledge, but I don't let that hinder my experience of enjoying these award shows because, like I said, I predominantly watch it for these performances and I really enjoyed them. So with all that being said, let me know, what did you guys think about MAMA's 2023? And I look forward to day 2. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you all have a lovely day. Make sure to check out my other MAMA videos from years past. I will link them below. And yeah, I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you all next time. Bye.